Good morning and hello and welcome to a brand new studio vlog. It's now 2023. Did we all have a fantastic Christmas? I had a really nice time off and I was really looking forward to getting back into the swing of things and getting back to work. And then I've got back to work. I was meant to start like last Tuesday and I kind of did. I've got back to work and it's just kind of been like, I don't know what to do. I have been at a little bit of a loss in terms of just getting back into doing everything and just getting back into it really. I've just really kind of struggled over the last couple of days, or last week. It's currently the 9th of January in case you're wondering. I just really struggled all of last week, mainly because we had the Monday off for bank holiday, which was like New Year's Day, and then I came back to work Tuesday and I sorted some admin things out and that was fine, but over the course of the weekend before, so over 31st and the 1st, my studio, because we had some really severe wind and not so much rain, but because the wind was so high and there was rain, my studio started leaking, and it's been a little bit of a nightmare. There's buckets. I've still got some buckets just because they're over there, just because I'm really worried that it's just going to start leaking again. And yeah, basically it started leaking and then it kind of dried up and then it rained and everything was fine and we thought that we'd fixed it because there was something to do with the flashing and the mortar, I don't know, building stuff. It just had moved a little bit in the wind, and where it's just kind of not done correctly up there, it's not the best job. It's just been a little bit of a nightmare, but we had the first like bout of wind and rain and we thought it was fine, and then we had another bout of wind and rain and it started coming in again, and because we didn't have any buckets because we took them down because we thought that it was fine, there was just water everywhere and my floor was quite wet. So yeah, I've had to live with buckets the past week in here and it's just been very damp, and I do a lot of obviously paperwork and drawing with paper and stuff, and even like the paper just in my printer and some of my envelopes and stuff just started rippling where it's just damp. So I've had like my heater on and just tried to make sure that it's nice and dry because I didn't want to work in here, especially I've got a couple of commissions to do. I didn't want to work on commissions and have like ripply paper and have anything adversely affect those. So I haven't really done anything the past week. I did go to co-working though on Friday and I got a bunch of admin stuff done. So I scheduled like live streams and stuff that I need to do for Patreon and put out some polls on Patreon, and just generally like did all of that admin-y thing. So I did get some work done on Friday, but that I wasn't working in here, I was working outside of the home, so it was fine, and I actually managed to get quite a bit of work done, like probably the work that I would have done during the week done on that Friday anyway. But I was supposed to start a commission Wednesday, Thursday. I obviously didn't get that done because it's just too wet. It's okay now, it's still damp. I can tell that it's damp because the air, you know, you can just feel when the air is dry and when the air is damp. The air is like a bit damp in here. But this week I am getting back to it, obviously. I'm going to film a little bit of I'm going to film a YouTube video before you see this one actually, so you would have seen it already if you like studio tours. I'm going to film a studio tour, not like an in-depth one, just an update for 2023 because I have made some changes in here. There's a few, like I've got my Cricut out and I've changed like this workspace over here and everything, so I won't spoil it now. Well, I suppose I could because you probably would have already seen it, but yeah, I've put this tabletop in, so now my desk kind of goes all the way along to this wall here, and I've got room for my Cricut, and I've got all of my scanner and everything over there. That's the main change, is that I got rid of that big Kallax unit and it feels a lot more open in this space, but also there's a lot more light that goes into my kitchen, which is always useful. I'm going to film a little bit of a studio tour because we're having some work done on the outside of the house. One of the main reasons why this keeps leaking is because the back of the house here, where we get a lot of wind because we're on the coast, it's kind of worn away the mortar in bricks, so we need to get them all repointed. So we're getting that done this week. I think it's either going to be Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure what day yet because they need to confirm. But I won't be able to do any work on those days because they're going to put some scaffolding up in here to make sure that the roof stays up, because they're going to be working on the roof and there's just some like prop bars and stuff. I don't really know, but I won't be able to work in here Wednesday, Thursday. And they're going to make my office a little bit of a mess, I'm guessing, because I'm going to have to move some stuff as well in order for them to put the prop bars up for the roof. So I'm going to film the studio tour today before it all gets messed up. Anyway, in terms of other things that I'm working on, I'm just going to pack some orders, which I will show you guys. It's only a few. I need to retake the photos for my Etsy shop, which I think I'm going to do maybe today or tomorrow, because then I can put them onto my laptop and I can edit them in the living room, so I can still do some sort of work whilst we're doing stuff in here. Anyway. Good morning. I'm very wonky. There we go. Good morning. It's currently Tuesday, the 10th of January. It's very rainy and wet and windy outside. You can probably hear the rain. It's not very nice at all. I've been working away this morning. I did some more testers with the Cricut. So I'm trying to get myself acquainted with the software and how to use it, and like just how to load the mat and just generally do stuff, because I've had it a year and I haven't really used it. And so I made these little rabbit stickers. They're not fantastically cut, as you can see. I've cut this about 3 times now. This is my 3rd attempt, and each time they've cut like this. So I think it's probably, I thought at the first that it was the way that I put the paper on the mat, but it wasn't that, so it must be the file, because it's exactly the same. there is no change whatsoever in any of the cuts, so it must be the file that I made for the rabbit sticker. So this was just a little test, and I'm quite pleased with how they cut and the finish of them and everything. It's all really nice. So what I'm going to do is potentially tomorrow, because we're having work done to the house tomorrow and Thursday and I won't be able to work in here, what I'm going to do is sit with the iPad. I'm going to give it a good full charge this evening, and I'm going to sit with the iPad in the living room tomorrow, and I'm going to create the files for all of the stickers that I want to create to go with this shop launch. That's what I plan to do tomorrow. I'll probably record some of it for you guys because it'll be a nice different setting for us. But this morning what I've been doing, if I swivel you round you should be able to see, kind of, a little bit. So what I've done this morning is I've finished creating the print mocks for all of my prints that I'm going to be offering. So I've got these ones which I'm adding, which are all the garden birds, so it will go nicely with the postcards that I've had made. And I'm thinking for the stickers, what I'm going to do is, for the stickers I'm going to initially make birds. I did plan to do this shop launch as like drawing some other things to launch in time for Valentine's Day, but I've left it a little bit late because I didn't get much done over Christmas for Valentine's Day. So what I'm planning on doing is taking all of the products that I no longer want to sell out of the shop, like mainly Christmas items. I'm going to leave like my pins and stuff for now, just to see if I can just shift them. There's no point in me just taking them out because then I will never shift them. But for this shop launch, what I plan to do is just just kind of revamping and bringing back some of the bird designs that are already on cards, but putting them on the different things. So I'm going to have the postcards, we'll have the prints, but those will be more of like a print on demand. I'm not going to get those ordered in or anything, they're just going to be something that I print off, because I've got some really fantastic fine art paper and everything. I'm going to order myself a new printer in the next couple of days as well. So there'll be prints, note cards, and then I'm going to make individual stickers, and I'm also going to have a sticker pack, and then I'm going to also just add some stickers of like the bunny, because it will be nice for the year of the rabbit. Yeah, so instead of everything else that I'd kind of planned to do for Valentine's Day, I'm going to just skip that, and I'm going to shift my focus onto just this very small shop update for the beginning of the year. I'm not sure yet when it's going to happen, because I need to finalise all of my sticker designs first, and also design a couple of other things that I want to launch with it as well. But I'll have a date for you soon for the shop launch. So yeah, it's just going to be birds, and then I'm going to shift my focus to creating some more Mother's Day and Easter themed shop updates, and then probably do like a big shop update potentially in April, or maybe March sometime, because then it will give me 2 months to work on some drawings whilst I have my bird challenge on Patreon, and then be able to create some products from those things that I create in these 2 months for the next shop launch, if that makes sense. I should really plan out like what I'm going to bring out at what time, so then I can make sure that I have it all drawn in advance. So maybe I should go through and do some planning at some point. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow as well, because I can do that at the dining table. But yeah, that's what I've been doing today. It's just been a nice chill day. It's currently 12, almost 12 o'clock, so I'm going to stop today because I have nothing else that is really pressing, and most of the work that I need to do for shop preparation and stuff is on the iPad, and I can't record today. It's raining hard, and there'd be no point in me just setting up and recording for today and then not being able to record tomorrow and Thursday, and having to move all of my studio around as well. So that's what I plan to do. I'm going to, don't know what to do with these. I might put them in as some freebies, but I really want to get some stickers sorted out so that I can put them in to things as freebies. That's what I really want to do. But I'm going to maybe do some research on the printer, make sure that the printer that I selected is the one for me, and order it so that I can make my prints and my stickers super nice.